This is a letter from one of our senators to Flock Surveillance Group. It was written by Josh Hawley and it's dated August 26, 2026, which is yesterday. So he writes, Dear Mr. Langley, as chairman of the Senate Judiciary Subcommittee on Crime and Counterterrorism, I am investigating Flock's surveillance, retention, and dissemination of the data generated by its artificial intelligence and surveillance cameras. In a few short years, Flock has assembled an unprecedented national surveillance network. Your company boasts more than 120,000 cameras across 49 states and more than 20 billion vehicle scans every month. The overwhelming majority of the Americans captured in those records did nothing wrong. Instead of serving discrete local investigations as contemplated by our constitutional process and safeguards, these camera networks harness artificial intelligence to pool what they capture into a national database that customers can search. Recent examples of abuse and misuse of personal data reveal the woeful lack of safeguards in these systems. In Missouri, the St. Charles County Police Department terminated its contract this month after an audit revealed that a citizen employee had run Flock searches for personal reasons, completely unrelated to their law enforcement duties. Sadly, my home state is not an outlier. In Milwaukee, prosecutors charged a police officer who allegedly searched his girlfriend's license plate 124 times and her former boyfriend's plate 55 times, entering investigation as his justification each time. Worse still, the officer was not caught by the company's audit systems. He was caught because a private citizen looked up his own plate on a public website. Errors and false positives add insult to injury. A Florida woman spent 13 days in prison and faced 8 felony counts, including 3 counts of vehicular homicide, after investigators arrested an owner based on their search of Flock's network for a vehicle description. Prosecutors dismissed the charges 7 months later when law enforcement discovered the error and arrested a different person. One California police department found that a staggering 71% of its alerts were wrong, and Los Angeles Police Department dropped its Flock contract after an audit showed officers had stopped 161 vehicles incorrectly flagged as stolen in the space of 2 months. Furthermore, once cameras collect driver data, uncertainty abounds in how your company and its customers can sell or use data. Flock's $8.3 billion valuation comes with an enormous pressure to find new commercial applications. Americans demand full accounting for how their driver data is stored or sold. To be sure, I want law enforcement to have tools to catch offenders and keep the public safe. But Americans do not surrender their privacy rights when they drive to work, drop their kids off at school, or go to church. The Supreme Court has recognized that as a comprehensive, retrospective record of the person's movements is different in kind from ordinary observation in public. Congress never authorized the network your industry has built. Your company's internal policies are, in practice, the only safeguards for hundreds of millions of Americans. People across the country are now discovering that fact and demanding answers from their elected officials. In light of this abuse of driver information, the American people want to know who has access to their personal data and how. This investigation will seek those answers. To facilitate that, please produce all documents and information specified in the attached annex no later than September 8th, 2026. If you have questions about the scope of these requests, please contact my office to discuss. Sincerely, Josh Hawley, Chairman, Subcommittee on Crime and Counterterrorism, Committee of the Judiciary.